You are now watching Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel.
I shot him 6 times. What's going on, horror fanatics? Welcome to
I shot him 6 times.
YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host and creator of the channel, Marcus. If you have not done so already, please shoot this video a like. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm a ton. As well as if you're a new viewer to this channel, please shoot that subscribe button as well as that notification icon so you get all the latest content updates to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Jenna Ortega and the possibility that she may not return for Scream 7. Now, if many of you may remember, as I'm sure you do, that was a very hot topic going into Scream 6. About Jenna Ortega returning for Scream 7. Would her character, Tara Carpenter, survive in Scream 6, being the simple fact that we know that the actress has a very busy schedule ahead of her. She is doing Wednesday, that turned out to be a success, that they're doing a second season. We now know that she is signed on for Beetlejuice 2, and I'm sure there are many other projects that are going to float her way for the simple fact that she is a hot commodity in Hollywood right now. Now, her character did survive in Scream 6, and that would automatically assume you to believe that Tara Carpenter, her character, would reappear in Scream 7. However, according to Jeff Snyder, co-host of The Hot Mic with John Rocca, that may not be the case, as he goes on to detail some interesting things that he has been hearing about Jenna Ortega and Scream 7. So without wasting any more time, let's hear what Jeff has to say.
The radio silence guys, I thought, so okay, here's what I've heard. Early last week, I'd heard, Paramount wants to rush Scream 7 again, to go this fall so that it can come out again, next winter or whatever. But I'd heard a rumor that they they may not wait for Jenna Ortega.
What? Why wouldn't you wait for
Wait a second.
No offense to Melissa Barrera, but
Jenna,
you wait for Jenna Ortega.
Jenna's super busy. Right? Jenna has to do Wednesday, and she has
Beetlejuice, possibly.
A whole bunch of commitments and stuff, right? So it was like, I can't really do Scream 7 right now. And so I heard, Scream 7, we gotta go. We gotta have it out next year. I don't know if we're gonna wait.
Okay, everyone, so let's dig into it. First and foremost, I want to point out the fact that it's obvious to me anyway that the Scream 7 script has to be done in order for the studio to be trying to put a rush on this film. I don't think they'd be trying to put a rush on it if the script wasn't already written, prepped, and ready to go. Now, another thing I want to, point out about what Jeff said is basically what I said before I played the clip for you guys, is the fact that Jenna Ortega is basically going to be extremely busy, and she has other projects. But the key thing to take note of in what Jeff is saying is the fact that the studio is trying to put a rush on Scream 7. They are trying to put a rush on it so much that they are willing to sacrifice, arguably, their biggest star out of these entire new cast members, out of the entire core 4. They are willing to risk their biggest star not returning just to get this movie done. Now, in my opinion, as a fan of the Scream franchise, and just a fan of horror movies in general, I do not like when this happens, because then most likely the next film is going to turn out to be a dud. There's also been rumors about new writers, new directors, and Jeff kind of touches on that vaguely, not really, but he kind of hints at the fact that Radio Silence, they want to do other projects such as the Universal Monster movies, projects that we know that they're trying to get done with Melissa Barrera, that if I'm not mistaken, they actually put on hold to get Scream 6 done. They're trying to get that project done, which is why there has been rumors swirling that there might be a new directing team and just a new writing team in general as well. So I don't like it when this happens, guys, because now even if the majority of our core 4 characters come back, they're going to have somebody new writing for them. and somebody new taking them into a direction, then I'm not sure they would have went and had Radio Silence if they would stay on. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I really like that. I think consistency, especially in terms of writing for the characters, is very key, especially in the Scream franchise. Now, another thing I want to point out as well, with this whole studio basically trying to put a rush on Scream 7 and being willing to do so without Jenna Ortega if she's not ready to start filming when they are, it's the simple fact that, guys, I mean, they're kind of showing what they did to Neve Campbell as well. You know, they didn't want to pay Neve Campbell, so we're willing to sacrifice key stars, big name stars, for the sake of money. If you're not ready to start filming by the time we are, or if you don't want to abide to the contracted money that we want to pay you, we're willing to just wash our hands clean and let you move on. And that to me is a big no-no. It's a big no-no because now you're messing up with the consistency of the characters and the timeline, as well as, in my opinion, you kind of hurt any other big name stars really wanting to work with you in that regard. When they see other big name stars basically being pushed out because the studio is so worried about churning out money, that may be a red flag for other stars to sit there and say, you know, do I really want to hop onto a Scream project given the fact that I know what Paramount did to not only Neve Campbell, but now what it seems they're doing to Jenna Ortega? I don't know about that. So again, guys, I don't think this is a good idea by the studio. I think they need to take a page out of the original trilogy and give these guys a couple years of a break. Wait till 2025 and then release Scream 7. Let Radio Silence make their other projects that they want to get done, as well as let Jenna Ortega do the projects that she's already contracted to be signed on for. Like, so that by the time 2025 does come around, for the most part, hopefully, not only do we get Jenna Ortega returning, but we get our creative team returning as well. Now, I know some of you guys out there do believe that Scream would benefit from new writers. I'm not saying that it wouldn't, but again, it just goes back to continuality and consistency for me. And I would rather see Radio Silence, the entire team, come back for Scream 7. Now, another thing I want to point out as well with Jenna Ortega is the fact that I know there's been a few other people out there that would ask, okay, well, how would you go about this situation with Tara Carpenter's character? Do you just write her out of the script, or do you kill her off in the opening scene? Now, I'm not against killing her off in the opening scene only if the Carpenter Loomis storyline is going to end in Scream 7. That is the only time I'm okay with that. If this storyline is not slated to end in Scream 7, then I'm not going to be okay with Jenna Ortega's character being killed off in the opening scene of the film, as I feel like she's a very big part of the story, of Samantha's story and her story arc, what have you, her sister, you know, the bondage of the sisters, what have you. I think that's a very big piece to what subsequently will be Samantha Carpenter's story arc in this trilogy, or possibly an 8th Scream film. That's something I think a lot of us are overlooking. And I bring that up because if we expect Scream 7 to mirror Scream 3, if Scream 7 is successful and makes a good profit, let's say for the simple fact as well, Scream 7 doesn't go back to Woodsboro and it takes place in Hollywood like Scream 3, do they do another Scream film, Scream 8, where they take it back to Woodsboro and try to mirror Scream 4? So, again, if this storyline with Samantha Carpenter isn't going to end in Scream 7, I personally would not be okay with Jenna Ortega's character Tara Carpenter being killed off in the opening scene. However, if it is going to end in Scream 7, then I am okay with that notion. But either way, guys, I really hope that the studio kind of calms down, let these guys create their other projects, let Jenna do her other projects, give Scream a rest for a couple years, then get everybody back together and let's make a banging Scream 7 film. But okay, everyone, that is it for this video. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts on Jenna Ortega possibly not returning for Scream 7. Is this something that you're okay with, or is this something that you're not okay with? And do you think it would be a massive blow if she doesn't return to Scream 7? And if she does return to Scream 7 but only on a limited schedule, being that she has so many other projects to do you like the idea of her being the opening scene kill of the film? Once again, this is
I shot him 6 times.
YouTube Horror Movie Channel. I'm your host and creator of the channel, Marcus. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. Thank you all for watching.